The Tyranids flood from the intergalactic void, consuming every atom of living tissue they come into contact with, eating whole systems one planet at a time. The Devourer is the second largest class of Tyranid ship, packing a suite of bioplasma and pyroacid weaponry, launch bays for boarding craft and smaller vessels, feeding tentacles, or simply massive claws. Thanks to unique Tyranid physiology, it is still capable of operating in stealth mode for surprise attacks on unsuspecting prey.
And there we have it. That is a brief little look into one of the new fleets which is going to be appearing in Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. That is the Tyranids. And at the end of that little mini trailer, you also saw the release date has now been changed to January 2019. This game was set to come out in September 2018, but they pushed it back to that January 2019 release date. Some of the reasons they pushed it back, one being polish. They wanted to make the game the best possible product that they could be, so releasing it in September would have not really put out a complete game, so props to them for actually pushing it back and taking time to make a really, really good game instead of just rushing it out and having it like a buggy mess. Secondly, they're adding a ton of new features, one being a co-op campaign, so you and your friend can jump in and play the actual story mode together as well. For me, that is very, very exciting because I love playing co-op, definitely in RTS games. I loved it in the Dawn of War series, jumping on with my friend. You know, he played a certain Space Marine, I played a certain Space Marine, two different styles, just jumping on, going through that story mode and purging together in the Emperor's glorious name. So I cannot wait to jump on and try it in space and purge every Xenos and heretic I come across. I've had a lot of questions regarding content about this when I'm going to be posting videos and stuff like that. Of course, since it got pushed back in September, then everything which I was planning to do around that time has been pushed back to around the January release date, because obviously it's going to be new builds, and hopefully I can show off maybe the co-op campaign with one of the developers and all that kind of stuff. Another thing I want to address as well is that I keep getting a lot of questions directed at me on what the actual story of this game is. So I'm briefly just going to sum it up so you actually know where this game is set and what you're going to be fighting against. So this game is set after the devastating events of the Gathering Storm series. That is the fall of Cadia, Abaddon taking on Cadia, exploding it. I know the guard, the planet broke before the guard did, that is the famous saying, and everything that follows that. So you are going to have Rebooted Gilliman returning. Of course, you're going to have Abaddon around. You're going to have some other big characters from the Xeno races. Trajan is one of the Necron characters, which is going to be popping up. I'm sure you've already saw the faction trailer, which he heavily featured in, and he had that Custody at the end. What I can say, because I reported on this, I actually saw this at the Focus event, is that the first mission you will play, it's kind of like a, like a tutorial mission which puts new players into the game, just to get you used to the commands, is you jump in and you control the Phalanx, and the Phalanx goes against a Blackstone Fortress, and you go toe-to-toe in the orbit over Cadia. I'm not going to spoil the ending or anything like that because it's an awesome cinematic which follows it, completely cool, but that is one of the opening missions, and from my experience, I was just sat there with my jaw on the floor. I'm a huge Imperial Fist fan anyway, so seeing the Phalanx in motion and seeing like ships going against the Phalanx, exploding, hurtling through space, and the Phalanx is just slapping them out of the way, I was just full on in glorious mode, just going, yes, purge them in Dawn's name. Alright chaps, that is me done for another video. I hope you've enjoyed this little sneak peek into the look of the Tyranid fleet for Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. If you've got any questions at all about the game, post them below in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. Please remember that I am still under NDA, so I can't really go into that much detail about the game, factions, the mechanics, all that kind of stuff at this moment in time. Hopefully very, very soon I can show it off, jump in, purge and destroy all the Xenos and all the heretics in his glorious name. Thank you for watching the video, and I shall see you all very, very soon. See you now, and bye-bye.